What is going on? Welcome to Heaven on Earth. I'm Michael, the Leo Mystic, and this is where we observe the rhythm of the heavens to speak the language of the soul. This is the astrological forecast for the 18th until the 24th of July, bringing us into Leo season, baby. It is finally here, and obviously myself being a Leo, I can tell you that this week is pretty intense with the sun, the light, opposite Pluto, the dark. So we are working with so much Kundalini force still triggered and started really with the full moon in Capricorn. How was that for you, by the way? Let me know in the comments down below. How did you experience and go through the full moon in Capricorn? For me personally, it was pretty powerful in a positive way. Finally. So light and the dark, sun up as a Pluto, that's the whole week. But there's a shift from Cancer into Leo. Right. And let me just check real quick. It's on the 22nd of July at 22:07. That's not an alignment. I don't know what is, but there's so many beautiful aspects. I think Leo season is going to be very, very, very beautiful. But first we have to talk about Cancer and the sun opposite Pluto there. And by the way, talking about going deep and diving into your force and working with Kundalini energy, that's what the Aquarian light worker is all about. It's a 12-week one-on-one program with me, and there's 2 spots of the 3 spots that I'm opening up available, so you can still send me a message and we will go through a 20-minute to 30-minute one-on-one call to see if we can work together. If it is something for you, go check it out. If you've been wanting to work with me one-on-one, then this is your opportunity. Link is in the description below. So, the sun opposite Pluto, like I said, it's the light against the dark. So this is really time for soul searching work, because what we're trying to do with the sun in Cancer is to feel safe, nurture ourselves, and really look like, okay, who am I? How do I see myself here? And what's up with the past? What's up with the family? Does that still work out? Pluto, opposition there, is really changing that, is bringing metamorphosis. This is like how you lived your family life is then, and it's completely different from now. And if it's not, I'm going to keep bringing in challenges, and I'm going to create an identity crisis. Sun opposite Pluto is an identity crisis. And what happens because of this, Pluto in Capricorn brings up patterns of trying to control, trying to, even double down on being in the material world, on being authoritative, and I'm being demanding, I'm working harder and feeling guilty because we don't, follow the rules, etc., etc., etc. But the sun in Cancer is actually saying, you've come to a culmination point. This is kind of like a full moon between sun and Pluto, which is your power right now lies in creating a safe family space, a safe foundation, and relying on yourself, and just accepting your emotions as they are, which is what Kundalini force is and what Kundalini yoga is all about. So doing Kundalini yoga right now, feels so powerful because of it. Now, Venus is coming to Cancer, Mercury is still in Cancer. There's something going on with that Cancer energy pointing towards the moon. Interestingly, on Monday, the moon comes into Aries. This is like a new beginning, a new start. It's going to feel like it. And it is going to be very like instinctive, it could feel like fight, flight, survival, and Sun opposite Pluto with Moon in Aries is very give or take, like break or make, because and it's very instinctive. Like I said, it's very gut instinct. I have to do this. It's a strong desire. It is going for it. It is doing it. It is like me. It is initiating, and it's also fighting forward when we don't feel safe. So these are times of extremes. Okay, these are times of extremes. And especially when Tuesday, right? We have so much septile energy, which is actually very, very powerful. And I would, if there's a day this week, obviously it's Leo season where I bet my horses on. But, the second best day, and actually might be almost as powerful, Tuesday, is septile quintile energy. So much all over the place. Uranus, septile Pluto, or was it quintile? Let me check real quick. There's just so many aspects going on. I really wanted to, it's septile. Uranus, septile Pluto. Mars biseptile Pluto. We got Moon quintile Pluto. We got Uranus quintile Mercury. We got Uranus quintile the Sun. Holy shit. So what's going on down here is there's so much creative energy, especially Uranus quintile the Sun, is being creative, by being different, by being inventive, by just spurts, insights, enlightened moments, like waking. But this is also because we got Uranus, Moon, Pluto, the Sun involved. There's so much changing in our identity, so much like Uranus and Pluto is radical change. And especially because Uranus in septile to Pluto is bringing up faded moments of awakening, of bringing the light, the darkness to the light, but shaking the grounds underneath. And especially Uranus, quintile the Sun, is we can work actively with our light to shine a light on our darkness. Sun opposite Pluto there, these are very, very changing, freak out energies I've talked about with the full moon here. But the thing is, with Kundalini, right, we can freak out. But the power, when we freak out, there's like this, there might be like a pre-release, or there might be like a collapse. And I think, interestingly, I'm here in my flat in Valencia, where I'm just staying for a week. Buddha is in the background. It's really the only space where, that I could point it towards. All the rest is, not beautiful to show. Cancer, Buddha. Deepest within, to know thyself, to stay centered, to feel the emotions, to even in the darkness, even in the radical change, this is so much tearing, and also with a last quarter square on Tuesday, Wednesday, with the moon in Aries, last quarter square to the Sun. We are feeling different. We don't know what to believe anymore about ourselves. This is a complete reanalysis of who we are and what we have to do in order to feel safe, and just rebelling against the consensus. Well, Pluto is involved. Moon square Pluto, Sun opposite Pluto. This is a complete change, and we have to go through this change. We have to go through this metamorphosis, and it feels fucking like dying. Pluto wants to really change you, but what you're gonna do as a counter reactive, because the Sun and the Moon is involved, and that leads to self-awareness, of that change, of your identity change, we're gonna want to hold on. We can't let go. Like there's fear, freak out energy. And I was talking about that. And freak out energy only happens when your ego comes in or your mind comes in and just says like, what is all of this? These are my old structures that are falling apart, and it can feel like, what the fuck now? Like being in the unknown. And but we gotta have keeping faith, keep trust. Because this is septile energy, quintile energy, especially the septile energy is fated, but brings us in alignment. So that's very like no control over this. But the quintile energy brings in spurts of creativity. Uranus quintile the sun, moon quintile Pluto. This is about being different. This is about taking action. This is about doing it. Now I have to say, moon in Aries is gonna be, on Chiron retrograde, and Chiron is gonna go retrograde the moment the moon is on Aries. That is even like having to experience where we fail to act and having to feel that. But I think this is all really waking us up, really showing us where the darkness is, really showing us where we are our own worst enemy, because that's Chiron in Aries, right? It's like really no confidence, experiencing a pain in the self-image, and because of it, afraid to fail. So we are our own worst enemy. Where are we our own worst enemy in this? Now, Mercury is going to come into Leo, which brings in more creative energy. So, Buddha here says, in the storm, right, you just stand there as an oak tree. And the oak tree is going to move and be blown from here to there, and it looks like it's going to break, but the roots are so deep down. Cancer is the roots. And this is, firming and establishing your roots so fucking powerful into the ground with Sun in Cancer, that there is no way that you stand firmly where you are, So that's what it's all about. There's a storm going on. There is so much freak out energy, but it is about it's about rooting ourselves. This is really truly the first chakra here that is being challenged and where we have to work on. But the creative force, the Kundalini force, I told you, is so strong with Sun opposite Pluto, Moon quintile Pluto, Uranus septile Pluto, Uranus quintile the Sun. This is and if we find a way to root ourselves, to find our family roots, to talk to our ancestors, to really create our own reality, if we have the tools for that, boy, do we have the tools for that? Of course. We have Kundalini yoga, we have meditation, right? We have so many other, we have astrology. And to root yourself and to really trust in your creative force, and to allow yourself instinctively, this is so important, instinctively to be led into a new path that is firmly rooted in self-trust, in a foundation. So work on the root chakra, work with Kundalini yoga, work with the Kundalini force. Stay centered and instinctively, really, this is gut instinct. This is so much gut instinct and instinctive energy. Allow new self-image, a new you being birthed, and act upon it. Integrate. When Moon comes into Taurus too, this is about integration, And that's actually one of the most beautiful moments of the month, when moon comes into Taurus, because the sun is in Cancer. Sun in Cancer, the moon in Taurus is really, is about safety in a way, and is about establishment, and is about nurturing, it's about safety. Of course, Mars is there, Uranus is there, the North Node is there. When we got Moon, Mars, North Node, Uranus, this is the Taurus stellium. And this is all pointing towards that North Node in Taurus. Now, Venus in Cancer is squaring the nodes, okay? So that's even more Taurian energy. But in Cancer, so that's what I'm talking about, the roots. That's what I'm talking about, your family. That's what I'm talking about, your foundation. That's what I'm talking about, inner trust, which is what Cancer is all about. And Venus in Cancer is bringing values, squaring the nodes. It has to happen. You have to reevaluate how you nurture yourself. Reevaluate what you find important, to be grounded, to feel nurtured. Now the the South Node is in Scorpio. And we have to go towards the North Node in Taurus, which is all about our own self-worth, our own money, value, possessions. But before we can allow the release to happen, we have to, like the sun in Scorpio is about releasing the intensity, releasing karmic bonds, releasing to be dependent on other people. And in order to go towards that self-worth, we have to, Venus in Cancer, we have to really make that reevaluation. And with the moon and North Node and Uranus and Mars in Taurus, we can make that happen. We are being catapulted towards the heavens. We are catapulted towards a manifestation. But Venus in Cancer is what's important here to do. This is about thinking about your safety around your money. This is about what you value around family members. Reevaluating that. You know, this is about nurturing your relationships. How are you, you know, in your first self-worth and your evaluation, or the valuing of the self, and reevaluate what you need for safety, what you need in your home, the feng shui, all those things. That too, Venus in Cancer is feng shui, especially with so much Taurian energy involved. You know, the Bagua map. I talked to Anna in our Heaven on Earth community, the Home Anatomist. Go check her out. She talked about the Bagua map, which is a map of organizing your home according to certain quadrants, 9 quadrants. Anyway, go check out the Bagua map. But of feng shui, that's what it's about, really, truly. That's the essence of Venus in Cancer for me, squaring the nodes. And only if you can do that, then your North Node in Taurus is gonna realign, and Mars in Taurus acts on those values. And to mention also, in the beginning of the week, Mars sextile Venus, there's an alignment, rare alignment on Monday and Tuesday, where our values, what we want, and how we go get it, Mars, are faded. So we have to do something with that. And then Leo season comes. And what's very important to say before that, I want you to know that this week, this is just the message I received. This is not astrology. These are my guides talking to me. This week, especially, this happens, you know, continuously, but especially this week, there's moments where it's like, you know, pictures are being taken, or like, you know, there's these click, like everything clicks, but these clicking moments, especially on Tuesday with the septiles and the quintile energy being so powerful, where there's like snapshots of your reality being created geometrically. And these geometric shapes that are just like, just building your reality. All right? So this is truly important. And so then we can go into Leo season. With Leo season, with the sun, quintile, the South Node in Scorpio, there's a courage that we can take from the past. There's a creativity that we can take from, you know, karmic bonds from the past, from people, money from the past, where we can creatively create something new with. But Sun opposite Pluto, now Sun is in Leo opposite Pluto. This is about leadership, and this is that Kundalini force of leadership that we can take, of creativity. But what matters here is the intention, because this truly is fall from grace energy. If we, Sun in Leo opposite Pluto, just do it for the fame, do it for the attention, do it because we think the universe evolves around us and we want drama. Sun opposite Pluto with Leo Capricorn is fucking drama. In the workplace, but the beauty here is there's so much beautiful energy, we have, the moon on the North Node, on Uranus, in Taurus, sextiling Neptune, trining Pluto. This is deep spiritual alignment. These are, just interventions by the divine, interventions by God, manifesting a new safe you. And I think here that process is completing itself of what this whole week was about. But Sun in Leo is really about taking charge of your life, being a leader. I have to say, Sun, not now in the beginning of Leo season, but technically by sign, it is opposite Saturn, squaring Uranus and squaring the nodes. All right, so Leo energy is being bombarded. It's like you can be you can be creative, you can take the lead, but the thing is, the astrology is saying evolutionary wise, you have to be a Leo right now. You have to, I don't care if you're not a Leo sign. This is about stepping into your Leoness, into your leadership, into your power, into your authenticity, into your creativity, into your balls, into the stage, into taking the stage, into courage, all right? And really your self-worth, showing it, because you are abundant, because you know that you're an expression of God, but you don't identify with it in the sense that you're like, this is me. No, you identify with it in the sense of this is we, this is God, and I'm expressing that. I know it, but it's not me. So much going on. I wish you a beautiful week. I wish you alignments. And I'm curious to hear, what is your favorite day, depending on what I just said. Much love. See you next week in Leo season, baby. Bye-bye.